Murphy is left out, and 20-year-old Welshman Steve Lovell gets his third game of the season. He's played at fullback before. Today his job will be to mark the new England international Eric Gates. Tony Seeley is the sub. Ipswich, meanwhile, have Kevin Beattie back for the first game of the season after an operation on his right knee, and Mick Mills returns at left back after missing last week's victory over Villa and the England game on Wednesday. But Terry Butcher is out of the defence. He's got a back complaint. Certainly it's good to see Kevin Beattie back to fitness again. In fact, his recent operation on that right knee was the fourth that he had to try and clear up the trouble. Without that injury problem, I'm sure that by now he'd have been a regular for England without doubt. The referee today is Maurice Baker of Wolverhampton. Ipswich manager Bobby Robson on the left there. In fact, he's not going to see all of the game today. He'll leave just before the end to go on spy on Ipswich's European opponents, Aris of Salonika, in a game in Greece tomorrow. So Ipswich get us away in a strip of all blue, attacking the goal to our left on a grey and a blustery day. Palace in the white. Ipswich coming as the league leaders. Palace just won off the bottom, and yet a year ago this month they played here when Palace won 4-1 and went to the top of the First Division for the first time in their history, and Ipswich at that point were languishing very close to the bottom. So a year has made a lot of difference, and Palace are determined to do something about that today. Here's Billy Gilbert for them now. Walk quite easily cutting out that one. And that blustery wind might take a little getting used to. Oh, Cannon instantly crashing into an advertisement board there. Palace captain. Gilbert hitting it straight at Gates this time. Play towards Allen, who was well beaten in the air by Beattie. Brazil. And now Smiley. Francis. Vince Hilaire. Played on this time for Smiley. Mills trying to get there, but Smiley got in behind him and did well there, and Beattie bringing that away quite comfortably. Palace a little puzzled by their decline this season because they feel they've been playing well, but that they've been punished for every little thing that's gone wrong. That's Lovell with a short ball here for Hilaire. Played into Flanagan. Trying to get something going, might even yet. There's a shot by him and a good save by Cooper. Well, Flanagan has scored only once this season and must have felt that number 2 was on its way there. Turning well. And a shot well saved by Paul Cooper. Brazil. Muren. And Lovell nicely dispossessing Gates. Sending the ball flying here to Allen. Taken nicely by him. And look at the space there for Fenwick to make one of those moves forward now that Kenny Sanson used to make his own speciality when he was here. Played in this time towards Allen. Getting on the other side of Beattie and into the side netting, but I'm not at all sure there wasn't an infringement first. But he's quick and aggressive, Allen, and he really forced Ipswich into an error here. Beattie forced out of the play on the wrong side of that ball, in point of fact, and into the side netting it went. Muren. And Muren comprehensively beaten there by Neil Smiley. He's got Flanagan up ahead of him. Flanagan with a shot! Oh, my word! I thought we had another stanchion shot for a moment there, but that was past the post and hit the stanchion behind the goal. What a lovely piece of play by Smiley. It was his aggression that won it in the first place. Beautifully into the path of Flanagan. And now watch this. The stanchion, but the wrong side. Brazil's Mariner. Brazil's there. Walks there. Walks there again. And Ipswich are in the lead. So Paul Barron beaten. Sadly for Palace, that's the 15th time this season they've conceded a goal. And Walk is the scorer. His 5th goal of the season, this one for Ipswich. Brazil, very unselfish, but it wasn't a particularly good pass, and it comes off Barron, who'd come plunging out of his goal quite rightly, and then fell quite easily for John Walk to finish it off. I was thinking up to that moment that Palace look anything but a side that's one off the bottom. They'd really carried this fight to the team at the top of the table, and if anything had made the better chances. But here's Cooper. So Walk gets number 5 for him this season, and the first of the day for Ipswich. Cannon's header. This will be Beattie. Oh, what a good ball by Beattie for Brazil. And charged out by Billy Gilbert for Crystal Palace. Lovell. Allen wanting it short, getting it. Quick turn. And a back heel that went wide of Francis. Here's Fenwick though. Hilaire. A little chip coming in. Allen on the far side. Bounced just a little too high for him. The ball's gone way over that wooden fence to where the big supermarket's being built. Substitute ball is on, although I gather there is something in the contract that allows a ball boy. There's the ball in amongst the pilings there, but I gather there is an arrangement that allows a ball boy to be there somewhere. That'll be cut out by Billy Gilbert. And now Mick Flanagan. To Fenwick. Flanagan. And a foul there by Osman, and the whistle had gone. Now, did Osman kick that away after the whistle had gone? I think he's going to get a yellow card. So 1 yellow card for something that Mariner said, a yellow card for Osman for kicking the ball away. Osman, you lip-read the name. Francis then with the free kick. Lost a lot of weight, Jerry Francis, over a stone. Floating that one in there, and Fenwick almost made something of that. Fisted away there as Francis takes it up again. Hilaire playing it in, goal kick. Half-time whistle, and the top of the table team, Ipswich, go in with a 1-goal lead. The goal being scored by John Walk, who probably has been their best player in this first half. He's covered so much through the midfield. He's got in some tackling right at the back, and he's really linked up so well with the men at the front, and was bravely in there with that header that provided Ipswich with the only goal of the first half. Ipswich looking so well balanced, and Palace looking at the moment a little short on confidence. And a half-time score here then at Selhurst Park. That is Crystal Palace 0, Ipswich 1. So Palace get us away then at the start of the second half, attacking the goal to our left from the white strip. Needing to find their way through this Ipswich defence in this second half. Ipswich, in fact, who've conceded only 2 goals in the first 5 league games this season. Scored 14. Certainly in that first half, they showed every reason for being at the top of the first division. Very fluent and mobile display, and good all-round teamwork. And as you can see, with only 2 goals conceded, they're pretty mean about it as well. But here's Lovell leaving it now for Smiley. Can Palace find a way through? Here's Francis. That shot was blocked, and Allen almost almost got through, but in fact the flag was up on the far side for an infringement before Flanagan got possession there. Smiley again. Mistake by Muren. A lot of confidence about him, and here's Hinchelwood now with the cross coming in there towards Clive Allen. He was buffeted down. He looked hopefully towards the referee, who spread his arms wide, and Tyson takes it away. Past Jerry Francis. Burley again making a breakdown here for Ipswich. Played in first time towards Paul Mariner, and Gates is in behind them, and somehow Palace got it away. But what a beautiful flowing move again by Ipswich. And here's Fennick. Tyson. Tyson still. I thought for a moment he was going to get on for the left foot for a shot. Instead of that, he gives it to Gates. Down the back they go again. Oh, my word, Billy Gilbert so close to putting it into his own net. In fact, it hit the top of the crossbar. Well, it's a corner, of course, and Gates, a couple of times in the last couple of minutes, has showed his speed and agility. He whipped that one back from the byline, and look at that, off the top of the crossbar. Floated deep towards Beattie. Brazil, little turn. Looking to get round the back there again, and Barron was quickly out. Osman. Francis just finding the level. Now Smiley. It's Hilaire. Played back by Flanagan a little too firmly for Clive Allen. But there's his little chip coming in towards Steve Lovell. Is right in there. And Tyson in the end had to duck down and head that one away. Again, Muren is there with Cooper. Again, Cannon has come forward. And again, Mariner is right back there to keep an eye on the big Palace number 5. But it's Hilaire, again floating it towards the near post. Flick back there, Cannon! And Cooper grabbing it as Allen came in. But that little near post flick from corners, it's an old trick, but it still seems to work, and it very nearly worked for Palace there. Floated in by Hilaire. It was Terry Fennick who got that one in, and then the header by Jim Cannon, grabbed by Paul Cooper. Getting to the point where they need maybe to push people forward a little more, but it's Mariner doing just that now for Ipswich. Cannon coming across to try and pull him down, and that was extraordinary. The referee looked hard at that, and he actually had his whistle in his mouth for a moment, and then thought better of it. Well, in fairness to the referee, he had a good long look at this one. He actually had his whistle in his mouth, and then in fairness to him, he thought again about it, and he felt that that was a dive by Mariner, and I think there was a certain amount of evidence to suggest that that was so. Played there for Gates to go, and Lovell followed him well, and Lovell will claim that he took the ball there, but the referee claims that he also took Eric Gates. So Ipswich get a free kick. Certainly the case that if Eric Gates was injured there's the feeling that some pros would say he should be wearing shin pads. But Gates, as you can see the number 11 there, his socks as his ankles, as they have been from the very first minute of the game. 4 men in the Palace wall. And played there for Kevin Beattie to blister a ball, and Barron saved that in fact superbly, because he hit it tremendously hard in Beattie. Barron just got a fingertip to it, touched it off onto the post, over it went, but I got a feeling it may have to be taken again. And the referee's having a word there. There's Barron pushing it up onto the crossbar. All for nothing. The referee is getting a round booing from the crowd here. Maybe he hadn't whistled for it to start? I don't know, but there's the same thing happening again, but this time Palace charge it down. That shot from Beattie. And Tony Seeley warming up, I think, as though he will shortly be on. Flanagan's header. Walk back. Scored the only goal of the game in the first half. Brazil touching it for Mariner. Now for Gates. Oh, Gates. And that's number 2. Beautifully taken by Eric Gates. And that really will kill off anything that Palace can offer. Well, he was saying that Wednesday night, playing his first game for England was the greatest moment of his life. He scored 1 or 2 pretty spectacular goals in the last year or two. My word, he hit that one well. Suddenly it all came clear here for Eric Gates as he went wide of the last Palace defender. Right foot, cracking shot there, just in under the crossbar. 2-0 to Ipswich. And Eric Gates, the scorer. I think Paul Barron is still thinking, well, I don't know what I've done wrong, but I mean, I think the 2 goals here today, there wasn't much he could have done about them. Certainly that second one. Played in there for Allen. Oh, a chance now, and saved well by Cooper, and he couldn't get a second go at it. But suddenly, Clive Allen looked to be in a good scoring position there, and it was a fine piece of keeping by Paul Cooper. Cannon leaping up there, but he couldn't get high enough. Smiley looking for something on the turn. And a goal by Lovell! Well, that's his first goal, and it probably has come too late. The question really was as to whether Clive Allen, I think it would have been in front of him, would have been in an offside position, but it was a fair old scramble there. Smiley's shot, and the ball whacked into the back of the net, and it could have been that Seeley on the other side was offside. The referee's being called to Kevin Beattie about something there. Well, there have been a few names in the book today for things that people have said, but I don't think Beattie's went in. What did go in was the goal which made it 2-1 now to Ipswich, but it's in time added on, and it could well be too little too late. Well, a last forlorn hope here by Crystal Palace, and it's all over. It's Ipswich who've got the 2 points. The goal by Eric Gates 5 minutes from the end, really the one that killed off any hope Palace had of restoring something from the game, even though Steve Lovell, with his first goal in the league right at the end, gave them just that flickering hope, with of course John Walker's header setting it up for Ipswich in the first half. So there's no question that Ipswich will stay at the top of the First Division tonight, and Palace still have 1 or 2 worries at the other end of the field. So a final score then here at Selhurst Park. It's Crystal Palace 1, Ipswich 2.